Rainbow Magic. Hector, the Violet Fairy. Chapter 3. The Seventh Fairy. Mr. Goodfellow was helping the other riders off the horses. Quickly, Rachel and Kirsty squeezed past the other horses to look more closely at the pillar. Hector must be trapped in the painting, Rachel said. We got to get her out, Kirsty said. Yes, Rachel agreed. But how? And what can we do with all these people here? Just then, almost as if he had heard them, Mr. Goodfellow clapped his hands. Follow me, everyone, the clowns are here. A cheer went up as everyone scrambled off the merry-go-round. All the other children ran across the lawn towards the clowns, so Rachel and Kirsty were left alone. Now's our chance, Kirsty said. Rachel had an idea. I know. Let's use our magic bags, she said. Tatiana, the fairy queen, had given Kirsty and Rachel a bag of special gifts to help them rescue the rainbow fairies. Of course, I've got mine here. Kirsty put her hand in her pocket and took out her magic bag. It was glowing with a soft golden light. When she opened it, a cloud of glitter seized up into the air. Kirsty slipped her hand into the bag. There was something there, long and slim like a pencil. It was a tiny golden paintbrush. Kirsty felt puzzled. How is that? We don't want to paint any more pictures. Maybe Heather knows what we can use it for, Rachel suggested. Amber told us how to help her when she was trapped in the shell. Good idea, Kirsty said, as she bent closer to the pillar. The tip of brush topped the painted fairy's hand. Suddenly, the whole picture glowed, and the fairy's tiny fingers moved. A single violet-scented petal floated down from the picture. Look, Rachel gasped. The brush is working some magic on the painting, Kirsty whispered. She began to stroke the brush all around the outline of the fairy. At first, nothing seemed to happen. Then the picture glowed even brighter. The fairy shivered. That tickles, she said with a silvery laugh. The magic brush had painted Hector back to life. Rachel checked that no one was watching them. Then, with Kirsty's last stroke, the fairy sprang out of the painting, her wings flashing like jewels. Purple fairy dust shoots everywhere, turning into violet-scented blossoms that floated around her. Thank you so much for rescuing me, said Heather, hovering in front of them. She held a purple wand, tipped with silver. I'm Heather, the Violet Fairy. Who are you? Do you know where my rainbow sisters are? I'm Rachel, and this is Kirsty, said Rachel. Your sisters are all safe in the pot at the end of the rainbow. Hooray! Heather did a twirl of delight, scattering violet sparkles around them. I can't wait to see them again. Kirsty held out her hand, and Heather landed gently on it. Kirsty held her out of view until they had run through the garden. past all the people watching the clowns. They ran out of the gate and down the path that led to the woods. Deep inside the wood was a peaceful glade with a willow tree on one side. The pot at the end of the rainbow was hidden under its trailing branches. As soon as Rachel and Kirsty reached the clearing, there was a shout from inside the pot. Izzy, the indigo fairy, jumped out. "Heather, you're safe!" she cried. "Look, everybody! Rachel and Kirsty have found our missing sister." Saffron flew out of the pot on the back of the huge bumblebee, followed by the other rainbow fairies. The air flashed and fizzed with scented bubbles, flowers and leaves, stars, ink drops, and tiny butterflies. Bertram the frog footman hopped out from behind the pot, beaming from ears to ears on his broad green face. As the fairies flew up to hug and kiss Heather, her blossom-filled fairy dust mingled with theirs, and the scent of violets filled the clearing. We knew you were coming," said Amber the orange fairy, doing a cartwheel. "I've been tingly with magic all morning." Rachel and Kirsty held hands and danced in a circle. They'd done it. They had found all 7 rainbow fairies. "And who is this?" Heather asked Saffron, the yellow fairy, reaching out to tickle the queen bee under her chin. "This is Queenie," said Saffron, kissing the bee's furry head. "She rescued my wand after the goblins stole it." Ruby the red fairy's wings sparkled as she fluttered down to land on Rachel's shoulder. "Thank you, Rachel and Kirsty," she said. "You are true fairy friends." A great friend, the green fairy, drifting onto Kirsty's hand. "And now we're all together again. We must magic a rainbow to take us back to fairyland." Suddenly, Rachel heard a strange crackling sound. She spun round. The pond at the edge of the glade wasn't blue anymore. It was white and cloudy with ice. Rachel and Kirsty and the fairies stared at each other in alarm. "Goblins!" they cried. Sky the blue fairy shivered with fright and fluttered closer to Saffron and Queenie. Izzy's tiny teeth chattered. But it can't be. The sugar plum fairy kept them in the land of sweet harvesting jelly beans." Just then a harsh cackling laugh rang out. The bushes parted, and a tall bony fairy walked into the glade. Icicles hung from his clothes, and there was frost on his white hair and eyebrows. It was Jack Frost.